Hey, it's Tim. Welcome to Focus Friday. So today I want to talk about something that's really tough for entrepreneurs. A lot of entrepreneurs, myself included, we think of ourselves as people who rush towards next, that we're ahead of the pack, that we're searching and creating and moving things forward. And for a lot of us, that's true. But the most successful entrepreneurs do something different. While they are heading off towards what's next, they're doing something pretty amazing as they're building their businesses. Instead of racing ahead and leaving everything behind, they're actually racing ahead and planting seeds. They're planting seeds of process and learning so that the employees and customers who follow them on the journey to the next, so the customers and clients can actually live off the fruits of those seeds. And so when you are thinking about yourself as an entrepreneur and as a business builder, you aren't trying to catapult ahead. You're actually trying to create a pathway to the future. And that pathway is paved with food and plenty for the people that you serve. And as an entrepreneur, you actually serve a lot of people. You not only serve your clients, you serve your employees. You serve your investors if you have them. You serve your families. And if you think about your job as creating a pathway to the future that only lives, that pathway is only marked on a map if something extends behind you. And so you are sort of building a narrow civilization full of stakeholders. You are leading the charge, but you are creating a civilization and a culture that lives behind you, that delivers results to your clients, that delivers empowerment to your employees. And you, as the entrepreneur, get the reward of being able to look ahead. But as you're looking ahead, you can't forget about the people that are following. And many entrepreneurs forget about this. They don't realize that their job is not to run into the future, but rather their job is to bring people to the future. And so if you are struggling in your entrepreneurial journey, it's because you are focused on what's over the hill and not focused on bringing people with you. And so take your responsibility as the creator of a narrow civilization that follows you, full of stakeholders and important community members. And so your primary goal is to bring them to the future. But the mechanism by which you bring them is by creating process and nourishment and revenue and instruction and growth. And then they will have the strength and stamina and stalwartness to follow you into the future. So your job as an entrepreneur is to look ahead. But you're not looking ahead for you. You are looking ahead so that you can build something great for the people that choose to follow you. And you can start thinking that way the very minute you take on a client for the first time. Doesn't matter if you're a freelancer or even if you have a 9-to-5 job. If you think of yourself as a builder, or as an entrepreneur, you are leading people to the future. But don't forget that your job is to bring people with you to the future. And so you've got to care for them and love them and support them and feed them. Entrepreneurship isn't easy. There's a lot of undiscovered country out there. There's a lot of ravines you can fall into. But even if you do not make it to the future, if you are regularly looking back and making sure that your stakeholders, your customers, your employees, your suppliers, that they are being well nourished and cared for inside of the civilization that you're leaving behind as you walk forward, well, then it doesn't matter where the entrepreneurial journey ends. It can end at your imagined destination. It could end 100 yards short, or you may never get even close to where you think you're going. But if you have paid attention and built something behind you, you've made the world a better place. So remember that your job as an entrepreneur is to lead, but also accompany and nourish and care for. So the entrepreneur is sort of like, like an explorer and farmer all at the same time. All right? Have a great weekend.